At 4 a.m., a man was kidnapped, but he wasn't rich at all. Why did the kidnappers choose him? In this video, we will look at a kidnapping case. At 1 p.m. on January 22nd, the police station in Xiangcheng County, Sichuan Province, received a call from an elderly woman saying that her son was missing. She couldn't get through his phone and couldn't find him anywhere. The missing man is Yang Xiaopeng, 28 years old, single, and a staff at a local company. His parents divorced when he was young, and he had been living with his mother ever since. Yang's mother said that her son had never stayed out late at night before, so something must have happened. The police asked her to keep calling Yang Xiaopeng while conducting the investigation. Not long after, Yang Xiaopeng's phone was unexpectedly connected, but terrible news came. The person on the phone didn't sound like he was joking, so Yang Xiaopeng was kidnapped, and judging from the voices, there was more than one kidnapper. But Yang Xiaopeng and his mom had no enemies, and they were not a rich family. Why did the kidnappers choose him to kidnap? Yang Xiaopeng's salary was only 3,000 yuan per month, and his mother had no income. There was no way that Yang's family could have 300,000 yuan. It was clear that the kidnappers didn't know Yang Xiaopeng's financial situation, and it was likely that they just said a number of ransom randomly. Therefore, the police believed that this shouldn't be a case of acquaintance crime. Then the police divided into two groups. One group searched Yang Xiaopeng's activity track through the surveillance. Another group of police disguised themselves as Yang Xiaopeng's family members and stayed at Yang's home waiting for the kidnappers to call again. 10 minutes later, the kidnappers called again.
What do you want?
During the call, the police pretended to be Yang Xiaopeng's brother and spoke with the kidnappers, confirming that Yang was safe so far. However, the kidnappers were highly vigilant, always using Yang Xiaopeng's phone to call the family, and the call time was very short, so the police couldn't find useful clues through the call. At this time, another group of police found a surveillance video showing Yang Xiaopeng being taken away outside a motel. At around 4 a.m., a few people held Yang Xiaopeng hostage, got into a car, and left. The police immediately searched for the information of this car's owner and found that it was a mortgaged vehicle with an unknown owner and an unknown credit relationship. Therefore, the police didn't find any useful clues from this vehicle. However, the police then checked the surveillance cameras in the motel and found these people's images. At around 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 people who had been tracking Yang Xiaopeng entered the motel one after another. Half an hour later, he held Yang Xiaopeng and walked out of the motel. Yang Xiaopeng's relatives and friends said they had never seen these people before and didn't know who they were. The police immediately inspected the room where Yang Xiaopeng stayed and found that the scene was very messy, indicating that there had been a fight before. There was a footprint on the door, which was probably left when someone kicked the door. The vase in the room was broken. There were also bloodstains on the bed sheets, and blood-stained tissue was found in the trash can. The police inquired about the check-in information of this room in the motel and found that the room had been rented by a woman named Zhao Yuji for a long time. Then, the police also found that these people had been wandering around the motel for 4 nights in a row since January 18th, 2022, seemingly monitoring or waiting for something. Even after midnight, when there was almost nobody on the street, they still wandered around the street across the motel. The police then tracked down the vehicle that took Yang Xiaopeng away and finally found a surveillance video that clearly showed the driver's face. Through this footage, they were able to identify the driver as Kang Hong from Julong Town. The vehicle was currently fleeing in the direction of Julong Town. At this time, the police at Yang's home received a call from the kidnappers again. With the police's negotiation, the kidnappers lowered the ransom to 170,000 yuan, and the police got key information about Julong town during the conversation, which was consistent with Kang Hong's address information. Kang Hong was obviously one of the suspects. The police then investigated Kang Hong's social relationship and quickly found out 3 other suspects, namely Kang Hong's 2 brothers and his uncle. So the police rushed to Julong town overnight and contacted the local police to help investigate the location of the car. At 9 p.m., the car was intercepted by the police in Julong town, and 4 kidnappers were arrested on the spot. Yang Xiaopeng was successfully rescued. This man is Yang Xiaopeng. He and his mother still had a lingering fear after recalling the experience a few hours ago. The woman Yang Xiaopeng mentioned is Zhao Yujie, the long-term tenant of the motel room. What was the connection between Zhao Yujie and this case? Yang Xiaopeng told the police that he and Zhao Yujie met in a bar. Zhao was a dancer there. One night, he and his friends went to the bar to have fun, and he felt that Zhao was pretty, so he bought her a glass of wine. Afterward, Zhao Yujie took the initiative to ask for his phone number. Since then, Zhao Yujie asked him every day if he would come to the bar to hang out in the evening. But Yang didn't go there until the night of January 21st. He went to the bar again with his friends. In the early morning, he and Zhao Yujie left the bar together. Zhao told him that she was single and invited him to her place. What Yang Xiaopeng didn't know was that they had been followed since they left the bar. After leaving the bar, Yang and Zhao went to have a late-night meal and made out on the street for a while. Then they returned to Zhao Yujie's place, which was the room where Yang Xiaopeng was later abducted. At around 3 a.m., after entering the room for about 30 minutes, someone suddenly kicked the door and 4 people broke in and started to beat Yang Xiaopeng. One of the men said he was Zhao Yujie's husband, and at that moment, Yang realized that Zhao had lied to him. Afterward, Yang Xiaopeng was tied up and taken into a car by them, and they offered to exchange his life for money. Yang Xiaopeng believed that he was set up by Zhao Yujie and these people. She first deliberately lied to him that she was single and invited him back to her home. Then Zhao Yujie's husband showed up and demanded money from Yang Xiaopeng. However, the police interrogation found that things were not as he thought. Several suspects confessed that they didn't know Yang Xiaopeng and didn't design to set him up. In fact, since they arrived in Xiangcheng County on the evening of the 17th, the person they had been searching for and following was Kang Hong's wife, Zhao Yujie. Kang Hong and Zhao Yujie were married and had 2 children, but their relationship had long been broken, and they had separated for 3 years at that time. Kang Hong didn't even know where his wife worked. He wanted to divorce his wife, but he didn't want his money to be divided by his wife after the divorce, so he decided to find evidence of his wife's infidelity. If his wife was really cheating, then Zhao Yujie was likely to get nothing when they got divorced. So Kang Hong asked his brothers and uncle to follow Zhao Yujie together to see if she was having an affair with other men. They first inquired about Zhao Yujie's workplace and residence, and then began to follow her from January 18th. Zhao Yujie knew nothing about all this and was completely unaware that she was being followed by her husband. Until the early morning of the 22nd, Yang Xiaopeng became the evidence Kang Hong was looking for. Kang Hong originally just wanted to get evidence of his wife's infidelity, but after seeing his wife really cheating, he felt very angry and had the idea of kidnapping Yang Xiaopeng. Even if Yang Xiaopeng paid the ransom, Kang Hong might not let him go in the end. Actually, I think the police not only saved Yang, but also saved the four suspects, because if they were not arrested in time, they might do something more serious. In the end, Kang Hong and his brothers and uncle were sentenced to prison, but there's no information disclosed about the specific term of imprisonment.